Truqui was a fluffy rabbit with a twitchy nose. He lived in a cozy hat. It wasn't just any hat, though. It was the hat of a magnificent magician. Truqui loved his home. It was filled with the scent of magic dust and the echo of abracadabra. Every day, Truqui peeked from the hat's brim. He watched the magician amaze children with his tricks. He saw doves fly from empty handkerchiefs and cards vanish into thin air. Truqui's heart thumped with excitement. He wanted to do magic too. Truqui believed magic was easy. It's just a flick of the wrist and a secret word, he thought. One day, when the magician was away, Truqui decided to try. He hopped onto the table and grabbed the magician's wand. "This will be simple," he declared. The magician's shows were a sight to behold. Lights twinkled, music played, and children gasped in wonder. Truqui would snuggle deep inside the hat, the velvet soft against his fur. He'd listen to the oohs and ahs, imagining himself on stage. The magician, with a flourish and a smile, pulled colourful scarves from his sleeve. He made coins disappear and reappear. Truqui was mesmerized. He longed to feel the thrill of the audience's applause, to see the sparkle in their eyes. "If only I could make them smile like that," Truqui whispered to himself. He was sure he could learn the tricks. After all, he watched the magician every day. How hard could it be? Truqui held the wand high, trying to mimic the magician's movements. He wiggled his nose, hoping for a sprinkle of magic dust. "Abracadabra!" he shouted, but nothing happened. The flowers he tried to pull from the hat remained stubbornly rooted in their pot. He tried to make a coin disappear, just like the magician. Truqui tossed it in the air and clapped his paws, but the coin simply landed with a dull thud. Truqui sighed. Magic was harder than it looked. He practiced for hours, but his tricks were still a flop. The cards refused to vanish. The handkerchiefs remained stubbornly empty. Truqui felt his ears droop. Maybe he wasn't cut out for magic after all. Section 4. The Magician's Secret. One evening, Truqui heard soft whispers coming from the living room. He peeked out from the hat and saw the magician, but he wasn't performing. He was practicing, his brow furrowed in concentration. The magician repeated each move with precision, whispering the magic words under his breath. He practiced the coin trick over and over again, even when he fumbled. Truqui watched in amazement. The magician made it look so effortless on stage, yet here he was, working hard behind the scenes. Truqui realized that magic wasn't just about secret words and fancy wands. It was about dedication and practice. It was about never giving up, even when things got tough. Section 5. Practice makes perfect. Inspired, Truqui began to practice with new fervor. He didn't just flick his wrist and mumble abracadabra. He copied the magician's every move, his focus unwavering. He practiced until his paws ached and his nose twitched with exhaustion. He dropped the coin countless times, but he picked it up each time, determined to master the trick. He muttered the magic words until he knew them by heart, understanding their rhythm and power. Slowly but surely, Truqui started to improve. He learned that magic wasn't about shortcuts. It was about the journey, the effort, and the joy of finally getting it right. And Truqui was loving every minute of it. Section 6. Truqui's Triumph. Finally the day arrived when Truqui felt ready. The magician was preparing for a show, and Truqui, his heart thumping, hopped onto the stage. The children gasped, surprised to see the little rabbit. The magician smiled, a twinkle in his eye. He knew Truqui had been practicing. With a deep breath, Truqui began his trick. He made the coin disappear and reappear, his paws moving with newfound confidence. The children watched, wide-eyed with wonder. When the trick was done, the room erupted in applause. Truqui beamed, his heart overflowing with joy. He had done it. He had learned that anything was possible with dedication and practice. "You see, little ones," he said to the children, "magic isn't just about tricks. It's about believing in yourself and never giving up on your dreams."